Well, hi, this is Pastor Rob from Peace Lutheran Church in Gatton. We're just looking at a nice cold day actually today. I've got my winter coat on and sitting by the fire, so it's a little bit of a surprise, but it's been great to have the rain. We're looking at a few changes in our nation at the moment, aren't we? And things are starting to almost head towards getting back to normal. People are starting to talk about it, that things might get back to normal. But we know really, and it's unrealistic, to expect that things are going to be back to normal, the same as it was 6 months ago. That's not going to happen. We're facing a new normal. And we don't really know what that new normal is. And that can cause people quite a bit of stress, change anxiety that happens. People are feeling quite burdened. Some people actually are physically burdened by this crisis through unemployment or simply being locked away. The older people and people with compromised immune systems are actually locked up. So it's not really locked. They're not locked in jail, but they have to shelter in their homes. That can be quite stressful for some people. For others of us, that's no big deal at all. We love being home, but for some people it is a major burden. So we're looking at trying to discover what this new normal is. Now, how about we shift our focus a little bit? How about we shift our anxieties, shift our stress to see this as a positive, as an opportunity? Think of yourself as a pioneer in a brave new world. This is we have an opportunity to rebuild the world. It's worldwide, so we have an opportunity to rebuild the world that we want, not the world that we've seen go by. There are a lot of problems in the world, and a lot of lonely people, a lot of struggling people. Imagine if we could build a world where everybody is taken care of, where everybody can look forward with hope. That's the opportunity that we have. There's a call in from the prophet Isaiah. When we look in the Bible, we see. We'll just read that little bit from Isaiah. He says, "If you do away with the yoke of oppression, with the pointing finger and malicious talk, and if you spend yourselves on behalf of the hungry and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness, and your night will become like the noonday. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." Sounds fantastic, doesn't it? An opportunity that we have, that God promises. He says, if you will, the good things that He calls us to do. The way to a happy life is not to build a big bank account or to have a nice house or anything like that. The way to a happy life, the way to a prosperous life, is actually by caring for the hungry, caring for the poor, caring for those who are stressed out by life and can't see a way through. When we look after one another, now, I don't want you to see this as a kind of a good works reward kind of a thing. That's not the way God works here. He says there's a way this world is designed. There's a way that people are designed to function together. And it's not what we often see. God says the way that people are designed is to work together to help one another along, to check if their neighbour and brother and sister is okay, to do what we can to support one another through the hardest of times. That's the way we're designed. There's deep within our DNA is the need to follow God's way, because He put it there, He designed us that way. There's a need in us to help people who are doing it tough. And if you ignore that basic human need, that basic human requirement which is going on in you, if you ignore that, you're going to find it very difficult to find happiness and fulfillment in life, even if it means you amass for yourself great wealth and appear, for all intents and purposes, to have everything that you need. Our basic human need is to function as a society together. That's the way God designed us. And so he says, when you fulfill those needs of others, and this is from God's heart is for the poor and the needy and those who don't have what they need, and those who are even oppressed and pushed down. God's heart is for those people. And so when we reach out and help people, we actually join in with God's favourite activity. And so we connect with God at the deepest level. So there's a call for us. There's a deep natural call inside of us, but also a call from the Most High God. So it's right across the universe. We have this call to care for one another and to share and to help each other through. Imagine if we could build a world like that. That's the world that God intends. That's the world that God designed, and the world which fell away from him. So it starts with me, doesn't it? Like if we're going to change the world, it starts with me. You know, they say charity begins at home. It starts with what we do here and now in our own homes, with our own family, our own friends, our own neighbours, and builds out from there. So what can you do today to make somebody else's day a little better? What can you do moving into this restart, this reset that our world has seen? What can you do to make somebody's day a little better? What can you do to help somebody through? May God's peace be with you as you discover what life is on the other side. But may you build inside of you a vision and a hope of what this could be. And then you can dream with me of a new world, of a better world, one patterned on what God designed us to be. God bless. Have a great day.